The cameras flashed. The crowd froze. A winner was announced, and in that one moment, Hollywood had a brand new controversy.
One that is, believe it or not, still going 6 years later. We're talking about a Dancing with the Stars victory so divisive that the champion literally just sent his trophy back to the network.
Welcome to Starscope Report.
Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals.
From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame. And today, we are unpacking the drama that broke the ballroom.
So let's set the scene. It's 2018, season 27 of Dancing with the Stars. The winner is a radio host named Bobby Bones with his partner Sharna Burgess.
And the headline at the time really was, the dancing win that proved star power trumps skill.
It did. I mean, it really did, because when you just look at the raw data, the scores from the judges, it's kind of shocking.
He was consistently at the bottom of the pack, wasn't he?
Yeah, especially in those final weeks. In the last 2 weeks of the show, he was dead last on the judges' leaderboard.
And he was up against some really strong dancers. You had Milo Manheim, Ivana Lynch.
Exactly. People who were showing, real technical skill. And by all accounts, from fans, from analysts, Bobby Bones was considered the worst dancer by far left in the competition.
So the big question is, how does that happen? How does the person in last place with the judges end up winning the whole thing?
It all boils down to the popular vote. And in this case, it wasn't just a popular vote. It was a massive, highly organized, and incredibly loyal fan base.
A fan base that he didn't build during the show. He brought it with him.
That's the key. He had this pre-existing audience from his national country radio show. We're talking millions of people who listen to him every single day.
And if you're a loyal listener of a 3-hour show, voting for your guy isn't a chore. It's like a daily ritual. It's an act of loyalty.
Totally. They mobilized that base week after week. They understood the system, and they broke it. They proved that a huge volume of fan votes could completely overwhelm the judges' scores.
And the fan outrage was immediate.
Oh, it was intense. Longtime viewers felt like the whole spirit of the competition had been betrayed. And to this day, you still see people on social media calling him the worst winner in DWTS history.
It's kind of the definitive proof of that old saying about the show, isn't it? The one from Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yes. He said the show is only, 30% a dance competition, 70% reality show.
And this win was that 70% just taking over completely. It was a flashing neon sign that popularity had officially beaten performance.
The thing is, the producers couldn't just ignore it. The backlash was too big. The crisis of integrity was very real.
So they had to actually do something. They had to intervene.
Precisely. The very next season, season 28, they publicly announced a rule change. They increased the weight of the judges' scores in the final tally.
Wow. So that's basically the network admitting, yeah, our system was flawed and we have to build a firewall to stop this from happening again.
It's a huge admission. And that brings us to what's happening right now, because the ghost of that 2018 finale is clearly still around.
This is where it gets really wild. If you're enjoying this breakdown of Hollywood drama, make sure you're subscribed. We've got so many more stories like this coming up.
So just this past November, Bobby Bones gets on TikTok, and he announces that he has physically sent his Mirrorball Trophy back to ABC.
He sent it back. Why?
He said it was because of years of constant criticism and hate. He felt like the joy of his win had just been completely stripped away. He even said it made him feel like a 6th grader getting shoved in a locker by 9th grade dancing kids.
That's a really specific and kind of a sad image.
It is. And he also gave some context, saying he only really agreed to the show in the first place because ABC wanted him to promote another project he was hosting for them.
So it was a network synergy play from the start.
It seems like it. So he goes through all this, being told he's a bad dancer, wins, and then gets nothing but grief for it. And the final straw, the thing that pushed him to send the trophy back, came from a very famous face.
The show's former host, Tom Bergeron.
The legend himself. In a recent interview, Bergeron was asked about the most shocking moments from his, 28 seasons on the show?
And what did he say?
He said the Bobby Bones win was the thing that shocked me the most. And then he added, that was when I went, and then just this one word, ouch.
Ouch. Yeah, that's pretty direct.
That ouch went viral. And Bones really focused on it in his video, saying how much it hurt coming from someone he respected.
And Bergeron, to his credit, responded pretty quickly.
He did. He went on Instagram and posted a public apology, saying his ouch wasn't personal against Bobby at all.
What was his explanation then?
He said his feeling was about the system. He clarified, saying his honest feeling was that the win spoke to a need to address the balance between judge and viewer voting. He felt bad for pouring salt into that old wound.
But this is where the story gets so much deeper, isn't it? Because for Bergeron, the Bobby Bones win wasn't the disease, it was a symptom of a much bigger problem he had with the show's direction.
Exactly. This connects directly to why he was eventually fired in 2020. The voting system flaw was, in his eyes, the same kind of flaw that led to another huge controversy a year later.
You're talking about the casting of Sean Spicer.
The very same.
Yeah.
In season 28, the year after Bones, producers cast the former White House press secretary. And Bergeron was publicly very unhappy about it.
He felt the show should be an escape, right? A place free from politics.
That was his whole thing. He said the show should be a joyful respite and free from, his words, inevitably decisive booking from any political affiliations.
And he was careful to say it wasn't about one side or the other.
Right. He made it clear, had it been a Democrat, same statement. For him, it was about keeping partisan politics out of the ballroom entirely.
So when you connect those two events, the Bones win and the Spicer casting, you start to see his point of view.
You really do.
Yeah.
For Bergeron, it was the same fundamental problem. Producers were prioritizing spectacle and, grabbing headlines over the integrity of the show that he loved.
Whether it was leaning into a fan vote controversy or a political one, it was all about the buzz.
And he eventually said the show he left was not the show that I loved. It was a real philosophical break.
Which makes his recent return even more interesting. 5 years after all that, he just came back.
Yeah, on November 11th, he was a guest judge for the 20th anniversary show. The story is that the original showrunner, Conrad Green, extended the olive branch to get him back.
So maybe they're trying to mend those fences, bring back some of that old spirit?
Maybe. But the whole saga really tells a story, doesn't it? It goes from a controversial win to rule changes, a return trophy, and ex-hosts, ouch, all of it circling this central question.
The integrity of the show itself, it was never really about how well Bobby Bones danced, was it?
Not at all. It was about what a reality competition is supposed to be.
Which leaves you with a really fascinating thought. I mean, if a huge show like Dancing with the Stars has to keep tweaking its own rules just to stop a popularity contest from completely taking over, what does that say about celebrity and fan power today?
It's a huge question. When a big enough fan base can just break the rule book, where does that leave actual skill or merit? It's a problem way bigger than just one ballroom.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.